HBCU podcast. I'm Tommy. I'll be joined by some awesome HBCU grads in the form of co-host and guests for this podcast. Just so you know, the HBCU podcast comes from our love for historically black colleges and universities. Here, we'll talk about the news, share colorful commentary, and have conversations with HBCU alumni.
Okay. So, Doug.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, no problem. So now, you tell us, one, what you do when you graduated from your HBCU and just all the things to look out for from Mr. Eugene Doug Braxton.
So upon graduating from the illustrious university, Claflin University in Orangeburg, South Carolina, one of the loyal sons,
Yeah.
I moved to New York, and I have been here a little over 10 years now. I have worked as an executive and personal assistant for about 9 of those years. I have in the entertainment industry, the sports industry, I have traveled abroad quite a few times, singing and performing. I am, fingers crossed, working on getting in a theater company and working on doing some musicals and some plays. So there are things coming in the pipeline. Follow me on Instagram. That's really the only place I am. D_fresh8427. And everything is there. So yeah, just still trying to continue to pursue music and acting and just being connected to my passion. And that's really it. That's really it.
Nice. Well, yeah, I definitely wanted everybody to know the talent that you are. And I'm so glad and so happy for you. So congratulations on, sticking in there, because that's one of those things that people don't do, and they don't realize, not even sticking in there, but it's a lifelong thing. You keep moving to new levels and new levels as your life continues to progress. So I'm so happy to know that you are still very passionate about, music and acting and just, all of that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I was telling all my friends, hey, as soon as this was over, well, first of all, let me give you the whole backstory. Just to give the folks what they need early on, this episode is all about Beyonce and her epic HBCU Coachella performance.
Yes. AKA is now Beychella. It's no longer Coachella.
And there it is. So, as the Northeast Regional Director of the Hive, you shared with me earlier that you were up at 2 a.m. watching, and I'm slipping because I had no idea that this was live and happening.
Yes. So, friend, I'm a little disappointed because, we go back and we always had the Beyonce, and we knew. So I just knew you were up watching it.
Yeah.
However, being the Northeastern Regional Director, chairperson of the Hive, I was fully aware that there was a YouTube Coachella partnership where they streamed the entire first weekend the whole way through on YouTube. There were 3 different channels showing the various stages, but the most important one was definitely channel 1, which was the main stage, which where the Queen performed.
You better know.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I get the message. I see the note that streaming live Saturday night, aka Sunday morning. She goes on at 11:05 Pacific time, which is very much 2 a.m. 2:05 Eastern time in New York. Yeah. Yes. So I've been out all day this day. And I get home at like 11:30. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna, get my drink, get my food, and I'm just gonna have me a good old time.
So you were getting prepared, like you had your day mapped out.
Absolutely, I knew exactly I needed to be home by midnight. because I needed to, get ready. I had to listen to Beyonce throughout the day, watching the updates, looking for any sort of something that they were going to give as a little hint. I remember, I think it was around 8 or so, 9 o'clock, they had said Destiny's Child is confirmed. They said that before, so I didn't really believe it. I said, I'm going to see when I see. So these are the type of updates that I'm getting. So I'm home, it's 11:45. I'm like, all right, here we go. Because I was so pressed, I didn't want to turn the live off. So then you got Post Malone as just high on the stage, taking up space,
Lord,
singing songs that I didn't even know that he even had.
People said that. I only know him for that one, congratulations.
I didn't even know that was him until he sang it. I
only knew it because I've only seen it on XM radio, like it came across, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's 1:45, 1:50. I'm on the phone with my best friend. It's like 2 a.m. So we watching the countdown, and Post Malone still singing.
So I'm trying to figure out why nobody in the camp, took that big cane that they use at Apollo and
that's what they needed to do, Fred.
Pull him off stage.
People were mad. The social media was going off. They were like, why is he still on the screen? Because so 2:05 comes. So we expected Beyonce to come on the stage, the live. 2:05 come. He just now about to start congratulations. Niggas was pissed, okay? We was pissed. We were like, why is he still on this stage? What is going on? And then to make matters worse, Beyonce started posting. She posted her first her opening outfit.
Yeah.
So we like, what are we missing? I had a couple coworkers who were there. I'm messaging them on Instagram like, what is going on? She's not on the stream, but she posting like, what's going on? Are they there? They're like, no, she's not there. She's not performing yet. The girl done text me a picture of the lights and that. So it's just insanity.
I'm just very disappointed in myself because I have no idea what I've been doing.
I can't believe this.
I know. I'm just, but this is the way that I can give back and show the queen that I'm sorry. I don't even know. Doug, I had no clue about any of this. I knew she was at Coachella. I knew I couldn't be at Coachella. So therefore I thought, hey, I missed out. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Most people did. But
so I'm on social media here and there. But you know what? I think it's because I'm not really on social media. I pop in, post some stuff and then leave. But what I will say is when I woke up Sunday morning, Jesus had blessed us all.
She blessed the children.
She blessed the children. I did not go to service. I went to service. I didn't go to my Baptist church service.
You went to the service.
The Beychella service. Beychella. Yes, the Kojic service. And then we had a field day. Those of us who were also out of the loop on Facebook. It happened all day Sunday.
It happened all day Sunday. I think it's still low key happening right now.
Yeah.
I think people are still trying to figure out, how did we make it through this?
How did we get our wig snatched like this and we didn't see it coming?
How am I still bald?
Yeah.
And I didn't know I was even going to be this bald.
Who knew? Who knew? Sunday morning, after I watched it, I was trying to gel down what I had left of my edges. And I was just like, girl, who are you?
Who are you and what planet did you come from? Because it's not Earth.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into this performance. First Black woman to ever headline the Coachella Festival.
Ain't that about a bitch?
Listen.
Sign Beyonce.
What better way to debut yourself as the first Black woman to headline? What better way to showcase Black excellence than giving this beautiful HBCU Black culture type performance?
Well, let's talk about the opening, the entrance. She comes out as fucking Queen Nefertiti. I mean, in all of his glory. This beautiful Balmain, embezzled, just just dripping money, beautiful cape. And, she has the dancers in their Egyptian one leg in, one leg out
What
outfit.
was that,
That's when
like the Sphinx or King Tut on the bodysuits?
I think it was King Tut. I think
Yes.
it was, just the references from then on. When I saw that, I said, okay, she is about to give us what we need.
Well,
Because to take the one I knew, when I knew that it was going to be very Black Power, I think this whole movement is going to be very Black Power for her,
I
was
can't wait.
Grammy weekend, when everything she did was towards the Black Panther movement.
Mm-hmm.
All the outfits, everything had Black Power. It was
The
all
berets
black.
were in
The
effect.
berets, yes. She had an earring that was a Black Panther that she wore to her Rock Nation brunch. I mean, just so many subtle nuances that were leaning towards what we were going to get at Coachella.
Well, you talked about, the cape, the dancers, as when she first hit the stage, but viewing what I saw, even before I saw her or them, was sis with the
Sis
whistle
on the snare. Come on.
and the drums.
Come on.
I said, wait a minute.
She meant it too.
What is she about to do? What is about to happen right now? Like, when I tell you I woke up Sunday morning to this, because nobody wakes up and like does what they're supposed to do. We all get on social media first.
Exactly.
So I just couldn't handle it, Doug. Like, I had to wipe my eye real good because I was
you had
like,
just rolled over, friend.
it was. I knew it was about to go down when I saw her, and then when she blew the whistle, and then the camera moved out of the way, I said, "You sat up in the bed like, oh my goodness."
This is happening. So imagine it being 2 a.m.
Right, real
and that's
time.
what you see. 2 a.m. Mind you, I'm sleepy because about 1:45, I'm like, okay, come on, girl, we got to do this because I'm getting tired. I immediately woke the fuck up. Okay, woke up. Now here she comes. They done. You see the drummers, you see the flag boys, you see all that, the dancers giving an ode to Louisiana,
Yeah.
right? And it was definitely some hints of Southern University in there too. Southern University's marching band and their dancers and stuff. But she's walking down. You see the girls in the outfits. I'm like, all right, this is cute. Then they get on the stage.
Get on the stage.
And you see these lights in a pyramid. I said, all right, what the fuck is going on now? What's she about to do? Because then she'd have disappeared by then. She didn't give us a long Nefertiti moment. That was just an intro.
First of all, the strut that was happening with that, though.
Come on, with that cane?
I was like, you better strut, sis.
She did that.
Come on
Well,
now.
Beyonce always had a mean walk.
She always has. I wasn't ready, and this is one of the true moments where I can say I wasn't ready. I woke up to this. I woke up like this. Blessed on a Sunday. I'm not even kidding.
Blessed.
So you on the stage. This is what I loved. I didn't even know. See, we saw sis on the snare. She had her drum. She had her whistle. They hadn't even revealed that it was a full band up there. This thing starts.
We just saw a drum.
Yeah,
we just saw a drum.
This thing starts rising up, and I was like, "Well, what's going on here?"
Mm-hmm.
And
then I see girls in yellow leotards and berets with what you call the shoulders with the little shingles on the edge.
Kind of, I guess it's just the shoulder pads, but I know that's not the right name for it.
It ain't the fringe, but you
them.
know what we talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And then I saw white boots and white gloves. Now let me tell you this: when I was in high school, our drill team, which is what we call the girls that dance with the band, they wore white gloves and white boots.
Yeah.
I knew immediately that I was about to lose my mind because my background as a singer, dancer, even in college, me, Tasha, we went to Claflin University, and when I was in, maybe my last 2 years, I was over our basketball dance team, and my inspiration choreographing them from the way they dressed to the way they danced, it was all referenced from my experience in high school and college and other college dance lines that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
So I was already getting my life. Then they raise it up, and I see she got a full marching band, And it's like the whole bleacher moment, like the
Full
whole
thing.
I'm at the football game.
We were at Oliver C. Dawson, bruh. As soon as that thing came up, I was like, wait a minute, I'm sitting on the opposing side watching.
Right. I felt like I needed to go over there because I didn't feel right watching it. I felt like I needed to.
We were on the wrong side, see?
For sure.
But yeah, no, that was everything. Y'all, and also, I'm glad Doug, paused for a minute to tell you a little bit about his background. First of all, choreography, singing, he sings down, okay? Sings down. I met Doug in concert choir. That's how we got to know each other. And freshman year, the Claflin University concert choir, and we were inseparable ever since. And he's done it all. Now I've never been on a dance team, not gonna lie. That's not my ministry, but I was always around to try to catch a flash or pretend for a moment. So
yeah, I did the cheerleaders, a couple routines for the cheerleaders too. I was out here just trying to be great in these streets.
He was involved in this HBCU dance band, all of that. So
all of that.
Yeah. So after we see that, we go into the music because the band starts. What was the first song? Was it Crazy in Love? Was that the first one they started playing?
Well, so as the set is rising, the girls in the Sphinx outfits were dancing to. The band started playing Kendrick Lamar joint, and they were dancing to that. Right. And then they started playing what's the Jay-Z song? Higher.
Oh yeah, from the 444 album.
Yes, so they started playing that
with the Clark sisters.
The Clark sisters. Ooh, that's a whole other conversation,
right?
That's a whole other day. Then out of nowhere, Beezus pops up on the top of the band
in a whole nother ensemble.
Let's talk about this ensemble.
Let's.
Now we want to talk about White Boots. Those are some motherfucking white boots, okay?
First of all, these little glittery
shingle
fringe, custom Louboutin. One of one. I was like, oh my goodness. And then you got on the jean shorts.
The jean short, thighs of life. I mean, body snatched for the gods, okay?
First of all, you say you got 3 kids?
3 whole ones.
Is that what you're trying to tell us, Beyonce? You have 3 children?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Had twins less than a year ago. Did you see the waist? Because I couldn't find it. I couldn't find the waist.
Neither could I.
Was trying to see.
Neither could I.
I was trying to find it.
Then she has on this yellow hoodie.
Yes. Debuting her sorority fraternity, whatever it is. So Beta Delta Kappa. Now I have a question. Because you are Greek and I'm not. Now I did see on Facebook some of the organizations felt a little way about how she used the letters. Is that a thing?
It's none of the Divine Nine fraternities or sororities. None of them are Beta. Delta Alpha.
Right.
Okay, so for you to be offended off top, I don't know. Now there may be a Beta Delta Alpha out there, but it's
at a PWI somewhere.
Right. And if they don't feel offended, why should you? Right. I had no problem with it. I had absolutely no problem with it. I was standing, as a matter of fact, I was trying to figure out how I missed Rush. So where was the flyer put up? But then again, I deserve it because I missed. You know what it was, Doug?
You missed the stream.
I did. See, that was Rush.
That was the Rush.
That was it. And so I deserve.
If you didn't make it there, friend, I don't know when it's gonna happen for you because they're not streaming weekend 2. They said they are not streaming this weekend. They're gonna do the audio, and you can listen to the audio on Sirius, on like the Coachella Sirius
XM
station. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Whack. Not even trying to do that.
I mean, we'll accept it because it's Beyonce. I could listen to it all day, but I would rather see it.
I want to see it. Because she's gonna switch it up. It's gonna be something different. But I want to see these new outfits because she gonna do something a little different.
You're probably
But
right.
anyway, so Beezus appears at the top, and she gives her epic stare
With the fan.
with fan, and I think she had more hair than she ever had at this Beychella performance. I'm pretty sure she had more hair than I think.
I don't know. Now, you remember when she did the Work It Out, her performance at the BET Awards? You remember she had a lot of hair that time.
Well,
it wasn't long.
It wasn't long.
But it was a lot of hair.
When she did Deja Vu, that's when she had that big old, just full afro moment.
But it was like afro moment. Yeah, this was a lot of hair lengthwise.
This was like just rubbing up against her ass, so much hair.
Right.
just like where did you find that? Like, did they make it for you? Because I don't think you can buy that down to the Chinese store that the girls go to. I know they don't sell that length.
Nothing. First of all, nothing that she does is accessible to us commoners. So let's just make that clear. It's not accessible to us. Your money's not long enough. So
right. So yeah, she appears, and then here we get crazy in love, and she does, the walk down the steps. Now, me being a Beyonce fan, there's a common criticism, I think, amongst fans and amongst, non-fans that, she sometimes don't really remix the routines that much. So, she gets down there, and I'm expecting, to walk to the side and walk to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Because you've studied the footage in the past. All
I
fans
was
know.
Ready.
All fans
I
know.
knew exactly. I was counting 5, 6, 7, 8 walk. Like boom, she was ready. No, she gagged the hell out of me because as soon as I got to that 5, 6, 7, 8, she threw flashes, and when she threw the first flash, I said, "What the? Okay, wait, hold on. What
Did
is
you
going
fall
on
out?
right now?" Fell the fuck out. Fell out, and then I really fell out when the girls behind caught on, and then she gave with old nasty sit down. She had to sit down like, I said, so this is what we doing tonight. So this is where we going. You're gonna give me 2 hours of this. Okay, I'm here for it. Let's get it.
Beychella University.
Let's get it. I'm at the probate. I mean, let's enjoy homecoming because that's where we at.
That's
she came
where
home.
We are. We got it all. We got the game. Minus the football team.
Right.
We got that performance.
We got what we needed. We got halftime.
We got a step show.
We got the step show.
We didn't deserve.
I don't think we did.
I love to hear a band play Crazy in Love because, see, for a lot of people out here, this is your first time experiencing what Beyonce gave you. Now, this is our first time experiencing what Beyonce gave us also, but not totally. Like, we've been in the HBCU world, so we've heard even maybe high school bands in a certain area of the country, play
absolutely.
Crazy in Love in their band. So, but the band was everything. Like they were on every song,
and it sounded so good to kind of hear it in that, like to hear the songs played by a band, even though the track was in there every now and then, but it felt good to kind of just really have her embrace that.
Absolutely.
I think I secretly in my own head have always been like, yo, I would love to see her dance with a band or dance with the band girls or something like that. Because I just always thought that she would, in my head, Beyonce was that girl. In high school, in college, she was that girl. She was a dance girl. She was the captain. She was that girl. She's always been that girl in my head. So I've been literally waiting for this moment, but also subconsciously never thinking I was really going to get that moment. I just didn't think it was going to happen. I just thought she was too, she just wasn't going to do it.
And it was like, surprise.
But she did.
You're welcome.
But she did, and I was surprised.
So the performance goes on. I didn't take down my play-by-play of all the music, but what I do know is I definitely wanted to shout out how Beyonce was giving a shout out to No Limit Records with the breakdown of Down for My Niggas.
Yes.
And Back That Ass Up.
And don't forget what we all did in high school and college, swag surf. Are you...
oh my gosh.
That I got up in my living room by myself and did the dance because it meant that was so nostalgic. You know, I remember us being in college and being at not the football games, but the basketball games for us, or pep rallies, and that song came on, and everybody from parties, we all did that same dance.
Well, swag surfing is kind of like the new it. Like, you can't go to an HBCU event now without them swag surfing. It's almost like how at a baseball, football game, people do the wave. At HBCUs, it's the swag surf.
You got to swag surf.
You got to swag surf.
Absolutely do it. Now, let's talk about how black this thing was. Because she comes out of Crazy in Love, and I want to say she went into Formation. I want to say, but in between there's a band break or like a little set change or something, and she breaks out the Black National Anthem. Come on, lift every voice and sing.
Yes, the Negro National Anthem.
I'm gonna come to this Caucasian event. And I'm gonna black it the hell up, and I'm gonna sing our national anthem. That's what I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna sing the Negro anthem.
And for y'all who don't know, it literally is, because if you went to an HBCU, you know this word for word without a paper in front of you. Like, I just sang it at CUIA convention. We just sang it. No lie. For real. Yeah. And so I was living for that. I got my life as soon as it got quiet and she hit the first note. I was like, you know what? I think I threw my phone down, but...
Well, it was just, to me, because I think she's always fought this uphill battle of, you know, being commercial and not really being black or supporting it. And I feel like from the Formation tour, from the whole Formation moment, from the Super Bowl to the whole Lemonade album to the Formation tour, it was so black.
Yeah.
And I think I sometimes get a little frustrated when I have conversations with people, because I think Beyonce has reached such a level of stardom that it almost overpowers everything when it comes to her. You know, because you just get stuck in Beyonce that you're like, you can miss the messages. I mean, the Malcolm X quotes, the Nina Simone moments. I mean, it was such a testament to black people that I think some of the messages got lost.
I'm sure a lot of them did. Like, the Nina Simone that you're talking about was kind of the breakdown with the contemporary dance that the two dancers did.
Yes.
And interestingly enough, unless you were, you know, some of the dedicated Hive members and you sat up at 2 a.m. and watched it, I actually didn't even see that part until I watched it again later with some full Coachella footage, because it was kind of like piecemeal together from what I was getting when I woke up the next morning. So then I saw that and I was like, see, sis gets it.
She gets it. No, she's definitely fully, completely awake.
Yeah. And like, her mom said the same thing. She was like, hey, I just thought this was a moment. And they've been on that, because even with Solange's album Seat at the Table, you know, it was just like, y'all are on something else.
Y'all get it. They really get it. And I think it's, you know, it's a little frustrating to me sometimes when people just don't give her props. I mean, or just in general, just because of her star. I mean, like, she's Beyonce, but she can still be woke. She could still be connected to her people, because at the end of the day, she's still a black woman.
That's true.
You know, just because she's fair skinned, you know, with, you know, straight hair does not make her any less black. And that, you know, that's frustrating for me. However, I thoroughly enjoyed all of that. You know, I love the blackness. I love that she can embrace culture, but still keep it Beyonce. Like, I love that she still kept it sexy. The whole partition moment.
When she came out in the all black latex.
Listen, come on.
I just didn't know what to do with her. Like, there was so many moments of wanting to throw my phone down because I didn't want to miss it. Well, I actually did throw it down. I'm not going to lie, because, see, I wasn't live streaming and stuff. I threw it down and then go back. But when she came out in that, I was like, girl.
Now, you know, all these clothes custom Balmain.
See, and I've been saying it wrong, Doug. See, that's you
I
just blame
still may
that
fuck it up.
blame that on my bank account because
It's all right. 'Cause I can't afford it, so I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I've never even been in
I
the
think
store.
you are. I think you're saying it right, but I saw that she had like full custom things, and they only had weeks to do it. Is what I've been reading.
Yeah, they probably didn't find out until like the week before. Like, she's doing this, and we're not gonna really tell y'all nothing, but we need clothes. We want clothes. We want them to be like this, and I need you to do it now.
We need you to get your little cousins wherever they are, put them in
figure it out.
Get a sewing machine and get these done. Okay.
Get it done. I need it in like 3 days, and they made it happen.
Once this came out, I started seeing how many people who were actually connected to me that were connected to this performance.
Mm-hmm.
You probably saw the same thing because we're in the HBCU community, and I was like,
yes,
this is how great she is. She had all your mouths on lock. NDAs, whatever it is. I'm pretty sure. Well, she probably didn't threaten to ruin your life, but probably Julius did.
Well, you know.
But we heard not a peep. People heard murmurings because she was walking around with a laptop. We all know what that means. We saw pictures and paparazzi. That means she's up to something.
Right.
But no one, I didn't know it was this. But yeah, so after all this comes out, all the people are popping up with their costumes on. I was like, you know what? I know him. And now I find out that I know somebody else too. So I think it's just so crazy. That's just how like amazing she is, because it was so many moving parts to this. And again, like, you know, people got connections here and there, and you didn't hear a peep.
Well, I think there are two parts to this. They definitely said at the rehearsal she paid for extra for security. She had, I think, 7 security guards that were monitoring just the outside of where they were rehearsing, so that there was no leak. Mm-hmm. And I think the other part is, you know, there was maybe 150 people on that stage.
Right.
The fact that you can put or say that you have performed with Beyonce is enough to keep your mouth shut.
Oh yeah, that's
true.
Now
think about that.
That's true.
Think about that.
The fact that you could have possibly caught a glimpse of Blue Ivy. You know,
come on. Let me tell you, she didn't even have to give me a non-disclosure. I would tell you. I ain't saying shit. I'm just happy to be here. Okay, I'm happy to be here. You ain't got to worry about me. You know.
Hashtag blessed.
Right. But I talked about this with a couple of my friends. I said, you know, Beyonce is there's no other one. You know, Beyonce is the only one. And if we think about this, Beyonce has not done an interview since she sat down with Oprah for that Life is But a Dream special. She has not done an interview. She has not done any sort of press for any album, for 3 albums since the Beyonce album. I think it was out.
Yep, that's self-titled is when she just kind of popped that on us and had us lose our minds again.
She said, here. And I'm putting this album out, and I'm going on tour. And that's all I'm doing. I'm not giving y'all nothing else. And still is able to just knock it out the park every single time.
Shatter records on Billboard, on iTunes, on streaming. Like,
it's insane.
It's crazy.
Insane. It's insane.
Foolish. Okay, so we're gonna be hopping all over the place, y'all. So you'll be fine. It was this piece, that piece, but yes, we're still talking about Black Latex. So she comes out with I Care, Partition, Beyonce, all happening in this number.
Yes.
And I was like, you're giving me life, because they all sat on the steps of the bleachers, is what I'm going to call them, lined up right behind each other. And I was like, yes, moment. Yes, choreography.
She slid that ass across that thing and started shaking. I said, listen, what you not going to do to me is this. You are not going to give me this, like, this twerk Beyonce moment.
That's what she gave us.
She said, here, Beyonce.
Now,
this is Beyonce.
Here's what I was trying to figure out. Like, I watched it all, and you know who I was missing. I heard them, didn't see them. The mamas.
So the mamas were there, but let me tell you what she also had. Now, I caught this in when she was thanking. She said, I want to thank my dancers. You know, thank my male dancers, my female dancers. I want to thank my band. Then she said, I want to thank my choir, not the mamas.
It was a full
She
choir here.
had 15 singers on that stage. You hear me?
15.
15 singers that were backing her up. So the mamas were definitely there, but she took it to the next, like, she took it completely to the next level. Like, she was like, I just can't have 3 background singers. I need a choir.
I love it.
In moments when they did Party, so if you listen to, when you listen to her records, there's so many layers to her vocals. Now you got 15 people up there, you can get the entire moment of the record. Like, you get all the layers of the different harmonies. It was amazing.
It sounds so flawless to us just watching it, and I can imagine the people who are actually in the audience, so that makes so much sense that it was more people up there. But yeah, I love when she gives the mama's moments, so I was like, where are my girls?
I do. I like when they get they get to come out on the stage and get a singing moment, and I do. I like when they get that.
Okay, but yeah, 15. Okay.
15. But you touched on something that I really wanted to get to. The audience.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't deserve it. Tasha. They did not deserve it, because there were too many moments where they were just sitting there.
Quiet.
They were just sitting there.
You right.
And one of my coworkers, she was there. She was like, we were talking about it today, and I was like, yo, the audience seems so whack. She was like, yeah, it was a lot of the others.
Well, you know what? Her core fan base is 30-ish. It's us. And a lot of us ain't trying to be out there in no Coachella crowd. That's what I keep hearing from a lot of people. You know what I mean?
I wanted to go last year, and I waited, and I'm glad I waited, because, she canceled. This year, I was like, I just don't know if I want to spend $400 when I really only want to see her. That's the only thing I want to do, because I'm not really good in those kind of crowds like that. Coachella is a massive thing.
I saw them when they craned her up, so she could sing, and it was people further back than the camera was even showing. That could have been you, that could have been me, and I would have been mad. I would have been glad I was there.
$400? What? I'd have been like, somebody better move. I need to get closer, because I can't see.
But yeah, they didn't deserve, and
they didn't deserve it.
No.
I mean, the fact that they missed the whole swag surf moment, I feel like the whole audience should have been swag surfing in that moment. They were just sitting there, and I was pissed.
If she even gives a inkling, glimmer, just a smidge of that on the run tour, she got it. She got what she need on this tour.
Yes. If I got anything to do with it, she gonna get everything that she needs at the Meadowlands Stadium in New Jersey. She gonna get that.
Now, with the Coachella crowd, though, isn't it kind of like, even if you pay, you still got to kind of wait and stay in your place? Because if you move your feet, you lose your seat type. Well,
Absolutely.
There's no seats, but you lose your place.
If you don't I remember watching some of the fan pages, they were there at 10 o'clock in the morning.
See. And
just camping there holding their space. See, I can't do that.
And I
love Beyonce.
Right.
I love her to death. But I would have not for $400. I just couldn't. But them fans, they were dedicated to it. They had to be where they needed to be. And I noticed that a lot of my friends who went, they were they were far in the back. I mean, they were watching the screens, or they were far to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And that just ain't the moment that I want to have. If I'm gonna spend $400, I'm gonna be on the floor where I can see her.
Right.
And I can get blessed. I got blessed at the last concert. I was next to the B stage, and she kicked some water on me. I passed out.
No, you didn't, Doug.
Listen, she kicked a little water on me. I felt something jolt through me.
Okay, as long as you didn't really pass out, let me find
No. I'm not a pass outer, but I said, thank you for kicking me, Beyonce. I appreciate it.
You got a little baptism right quick. Splash baptism.
So we get Beyonce. We got the Beyonce moment.
We got that.
And then she comes out in this netted moment that has the crest on it.
The crest from Beychella University. Yeah.
Beyonce has a crest. And now is when we get, because I think me and you may have talked about it. I think after one of the concerts, didn't we say we had been one Deja Vu to come back on a concert?
I think so. I may have
Maybe.
mentioned it.
I heard that bass line come through, and I was like, my girl.
But you know what? It's so many songs that Beyonce has that you can hear a band playing. You know, like Run the World, all of those. Like, I mean, and that was one of them too.
I'll be honest. I can do without Run the World. I think that can go away. Yeah. I think that
I love Run the World.
Huh?
I love that song.
I like the song. I think that whole era to me was just handled poorly. I think that album
was that transition with like her new management and all of that. Was that during that time?
Yeah. 4 was that was like her return to R&B, and I feel like Run the World, great song, but I think she was just following what she had done before and was just following the same formula. I think she should have led with Love on Top from that album, and that would have taken that album. That album would have done what she wanted it to do, was really solidify her as an R&B artist again, because she had kind of went real pop for a while.
For a little bit, she had some pop moments, but Run the World was is like the feminist go-to song. Like, if you can't get it together.
100% agree with you on that. It's definitely like that's her feminist moment, and I get it. I just.
Had she just had Blue before she put that out?
She was pregnant with Blue when Run the World came out. Because remember, she did the Billboard Award performance and she did that song. And when you go back and watch Life is But a Dream, she was pregnant then. She talks about her being pregnant then.
Yeah, because I know she has a line in the song where she talks about bear the children and get back to business. So.
Right, go back to business.
Yeah.
Business. That's so
business. So yeah, no, I was loving this part with the one where they like latex kind of shorts too, and then it looked like some of the dancers had on the same pants, which I love those little breakdowns. I guess it was costume changes that were happening.
Well, no, so when she had the netted shirt on with the latex shorts, they still had the yellow on. It wasn't until she came out in the last outfit was like the army green fatigue moment, where some of the main dancers, like the Ashleys, the Kims, the Danaes, they came out in like that distressed green top with those like camouflage shorts, and they still had a beret on. That look was dope for them too.
I did like that, and Ashley was front and center the whole time.
As she should be.
The whole time giving us all what we needed. But yeah,
now, we get Jay-Z. I mean,
so wait, let's just pause here and talk about Jigga. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge Jay-Z fan.
Yes.
Like, I'm a really big Jay-Z fan. My name on Instagram is n.carter. And if you don't know the reference, then you don't know Jay-Z. So, but I'm a huge fan of Jay-Z, like everything he does. I just finished watching his Netflix interview with David Letterman. Like, I still follow Jay-Z. Love him. Stand for him. Yes. But him popping out here like he had just been running on stage for like an hour, sounding winded. Sir, if you don't get your breath together, why are you up here sounding like this with the Queen? Like,
I need you to figure that out. He was how you didn't know the lyrics. What's wrong?
And he was winded. He had one job and one song. She didn't even ask you to do multiple songs, Jay.
No, one song.
You came out here.
Ain't got no haircut, which that wears me out about him. And this no haircut thing.
He's going through something. I don't know.
Well, that's that whole album phase when he's doing the album. He tends to not cut his hair, which is so
Yeah, J. Cole does that too.
I don't get it, but I was happy that it wasn't like Crazy in Love. It wasn't Upgrade You. It was Deja Vu because I love that song. Like I really, really love that song. I actually love when they performed it. I mean, I'll never forget when they did it on the BET Awards.
It was the best there.
I was hollering in my house that day.
That's the best I've ever seen it performed, though, on that award show.
100%.
Yeah.
100% agree. Now, Destiny's Child.
Now listen here. I've been watching Wendy Williams. They had Matthew on Wendy Williams. Matthew was up there talking about Destiny's Child wasn't getting back together. But listen, I knew that at Coachella they were going to get back together. I just knew this because I knew she was headlining. She was going to have a lot of time. I didn't know it was going to be 2 hours, but I was like, it only makes sense to bring Destiny's Child. I mean, her catalog alone could have filled that time, but it only makes sense to bring Destiny's Child. So I was waiting for them. I didn't know when I was going to see them, but when I saw them, I was like,
well,
yes.
I was getting bleak because it was really towards the end. I was like, wow, she's not going to bring them out. But when they did, that's one thing that I do love and respect about her is that she brings them to the epic moments, to the Super Bowl, to Coachella. What was the other moment that she had them at where, and she doesn't have to do that. Like it's not required of her, but I think I appreciate the fact that she does it because she genuinely loves them. And she also knows that Beyonce wouldn't be Beyonce without Destiny's Child.
Right. They created a moment in time together. Like,
yes, it
was all y'all, sis.
Yes, it was, and it's so true. It's so true. Now, there was other conversations when this whole Coachella thing was, months ago when they were talking about it. They were saying that there's going to be a Destiny's Child reunion, and it was going to include LaToya and Latavia. Mm. Now, I'm going to ask you how you feel about it before I give you my feelings. Do you think that they should have been there?
No. And the reason I say no is I love Writings on the Wall.
Yes.
I love the album, and I don't want to discredit LaToya or Latavia for the time that they had in there and making that group and making that music, even the albums before. However,
right.
Latavia has publicly gone on television and showed y'all she can't even sing. So, what did she do? R&B divas or something? So, she doesn't deserve to be there. Like, you've already, first of all, for you to get on that platform and just, you could have at least pretended like you could sing. So you're trying to tell us that you were a part of Destiny's Child. We had all this good music. I could never tell any voices apart anyway, other than Beyonce and Kelly. Not gonna lie, but I knew they were back there harmonizing somewhere. But no, they don't deserve to be there. Well, they don't deserve to be there. I like LaToya, but I don't think it's fair to have brought LaToya back and without Latavia. And then since Latavia doesn't deserve to be there, then LaToya can't come either.
No, and I agree with you 100%. I agree. I mean, I think it would be a nice moment to see it, but
later in life, maybe.
I think that whole thing is dead. I think because I think it would low key be not even low key. I think it would be somewhat a kind of slapping face to Michelle.
Yeah.
Because it's like these girls. They did y'all dirty. I mean, yeah, we've gotten over it, moved past it, grown up, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, the situation was a situation, Now, I came in, we've made, Michelle came in at a pivotal moment too. Like, Michelle came in right as they, right as, when the plane is getting ready to take off and, the wheels ain't just came off the ground. That's when Michelle came in.
That's what she swooped on down.
And she's been a part, and she's been a part of every epic moment. She was instrumental in the last 2 albums. So I feel like she has earned the right to be like, and I don't even think Michelle would say, no, I don't want them there. I think she'd be like, it's cool.
She would be open to it.
Oh yeah, she wouldn't be. She wouldn't care. But I think it's noble of Beyonce and Kelly that they're just like, nah. We good. This is Destiny's Child. The 3 of us, we are Destiny's Child, and I appreciate that.
Well, knowing the way Beyonce moves, like she doesn't do press anymore, she doesn't do all of that. She has already buried that moment with those members. So for her to bring them back will be rehashing some stuff that she already doesn't do press anyway. So then that would be a whole nother conversation surrounding Beyonce that she's not going to respond to, but would just be out there for people to chime in on. And so she'd rather just avoid that. So I'm fine with Michelle there. Michelle is Destiny's Child, henceforth and forevermore.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was so, I mean, I feel like Michelle was on. I feel like, well, Kelly is always on. But it was so good to see them do some of the different, like, I love Lose My Breath. I loved, Say My Name, but I love that they threw in the throwback, like the original Say My Name in there.
Yes.
That was dope. I think the Soldier Moment was dope. I just think it was that Destiny, and I think it was at a perfect time too in the concert, because at that point I had given up. I didn't think that they were going to come out, and it definitely gagged me completely. I was like, oh shit, here we go.
I was here for it, and I think I wrote on my Facebook that when I saw them on stage, it makes me miss, like, that's what's missing on the radio and in music right now, the kind of harmony that they do. You just don't hear that in too many artists anymore, and of course there aren't any like girl groups that out here that have even been near the caliber of Destiny's Child. So I guess I wouldn't be able to hear that anyway. But when they came up, I was like, yes, I like seeing them. And I went to their farewell tour. Like I me and Tommy had a moment there. I was like,
and y'all went to Atlanta too, right, y'all?
We went to the one in Charlotte, and so yeah, that was really fun. But here's what I'm gonna say to everybody out there who's listening, who is coming for Michelle.
Talk about it.
Now, Michelle is a member of DC3. Like, get it into your head. And if you're a fan of Beyonce, and if you're a fan of Destiny's Child, we don't question Beyonce's employment decisions. Okay? I just want to make that clear to everyone. We don't question her employment decisions. Michelle was chosen. Okay? Get that through your head. She's not going anywhere. If Beyonce thinks that she's good enough to sing beside me, dance beside me for all these years, you shut your mouth. Yeah. You should have a problem with it.
And you don't speak negatively about her.
And I thought Michelle did good.
Michelle was on.
She had her choreography together.
She was ready. Now let's we could be honest. Michelle has had a flub here and there. She has. But she also ain't been doing it with them since she was 9 years old. That's just the truth.
She hasn't. She was not in training with the rest of them.
No, she didn't go to Matthew's camp.
She didn't.
She missed that. She missed camp. She missed Camp Knowles. She really did.
She missed that era.
So, she missed it. So I mean, but
you got to train for that. That Kelly and Kelly and Beyonce, they can run around all day and sing notes and pop it and lock it. Michelle, she getting in where she can fit in right now.
She getting it in. She's better now. She got a man. She's a little more loose.
She just got engaged.
I was so happy for her. Yeah. So happy for her.
Now everybody in DC3 is about to be married.
And then she just need a baby. And then I said, she getting married now. She has the baby. Now they can do their either reunion tour, because I don't think they ever going to do a reunion album, because they're not going to give Matthew no money. And I think they feel some sort of... He owns
the rights and all that stuff to the name. Like he mentioned that.
He still got connections to that. And they what they not going to do is give him money. They're not. They are committed to that. That's why, I think even when you hear when they do the reunions, it's like, give it up, for my girls, Michelle and Kelly. They don't say a lot of Destiny's. I mean, we know it's Destiny's Child, but, it ain't like, she ain't giving Matthew no money. Not the way he did her mama.
True. You right.
She not doing it. Not after the way he did her mama. She's like, nah, fuck that. We good. We cool. And you can come around.
You can see the grandkids, but...
Yeah, come see your grandkids, but you ain't getting no money. Now, that was great. The Destiny's Child moment was great.
It was great. Everybody danced hard. Boots was falling down.
Right.
We had a few costume moments that I saw popping off.
Beyonce was mad about them boots, boy.
They was rolling down slowly. I think, I was like, uh-oh. Is anybody... I knew nobody was going to touch it, though. I knew no one was going to touch it. But I was like, oh, look at the boot.
No, I said, oh, and it's just falling. It's just getting, just keep going down and down.
I was here for Kelly's natural ponytail too. That was giving
So
me life. I liked it.
I was a little on the fence about it because I didn't. I think I got where they were going with it, but I think it didn't really get there. I don't think. I think at times when she danced, I was like, that's what they were going for because they needed to have that little movement, you know. But when
Other
she
than
was
that,
just standing there, it just didn't. I was just like,
well,
I don't know.
what messed it up was, I mean, I still loved it. So I'm not even backtracking, but I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. When they're standing, Beyonce has these fans strategically placed everywhere. And so Kelly's natural ponytail was, getting blown back too, and it wasn't looking how she wanted it to look,
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
not
it wasn't.
dancing.
Yeah, it just wasn't. It didn't do it. I got, like you said, and like I said, I got the vision. I knew where they were going with it. It just wasn't quite executed. I think the right way.
Now, was this Balmain also? It was.
Yes.
Okay,
They
and
were
he
all
gave a
wearing
nod
Balmain.
to Tina because that was very Tina still.
But now I will say the Beyonce's outfit. I was like, I think she knew it too. Like she ain't gonna wear it on this Saturday. She gonna that outfit ain't gonna be in the show. Because you can see she kept kind of trying to cover up her chest because I think it was like moving around a little bit too much.
Yeah.
She had the sleeve action going on and no sleeve. I was just like, yeah, that was definitely Tina.
Yeah, that was a nod to Tina. That was Tina's costume design right
They
there.
said we're gonna give y'all classic.
Classic DC.
Yeah, they said classic Destiny's Child is what you're gonna get from this outfit.
Yeah.
But it was good. Destiny Child was good, and then I love that we got the Solange Beyonce moment, dance moment.
Now that's what I wasn't expecting.
I wasn't expecting that either, to be quite honest. I wasn't. I mean, it made sense once I saw it, but I didn't expect her to do it. Because I mean, they did that at Solange's Coachella performance in 2014. Beyonce came out and danced with her on Solange's set, and they did like a similar thing. And you remember when they did "Get Me Bodied," when Beyonce did "Get Me Bodied" at BET Awards, and Kelly did her song, and Solange on. So we have seen it. We've seen Solange come out.
So they're keeping the tradition going.
Yeah, she used to be their dancer back in the day. So, it made sense, but it was definitely unexpected. I did not expect her to come out there and dance. But I thought it was beautiful because you could see that I could see them doing that in their house on a Friday night, just kind of bugging out. Like,
right.
Girl, come over, we're gonna drink wine and dance. You know what I'm saying?
That was a real sister kind of little moment. I was like waiting for them to start doing the little hand clap. You know how you. It was cute though. It was real cute. I liked it.
It was, and the show wrapped.
And
she.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was trying to figure out what she did last because since we jumped all over, we might have talked about it.
Well, no, she surprised me with the last song. I was surprised. I thought she was gonna go with her typical closing song, "Halo." And
that's right. She did "Love on Top."
She gave me "Love on Top." I was like, see, I loved it because I love that song, and I think that was a great ending song. I don't think she's ever done it at the end before, and she did it. She did it the way she did it, kind of at the Formation tour, where she sang it slow first, and and then they kind of picked it up and made
and
it
put that like New Orleans,
kind
of bounce sound on it.
Yeah.
I did like "Love on Top."
Actually, now that I think about it, she had a lot of good. Like she fused her songs well. Like remember in "Sorry," because we skipped the whole step team moment that she had.
Right.
In the beginning with the guys.
Yes, with the Bugaboos. They were called the Bugaboos.
The probate show. She had the probate.
Yes.
Now, when she did "Sorry," she mixed in "Me, Myself, and I," but to the Sorry beat. Dope. It was so dope. It fit. It made sense. Like, lyrically, it made sense. Musically, it made sense. And then...
She does that so much, sometimes you don't even know that she did it.
Right. Right. You don't even know. Like, oh my God. I just thought about that. I was like, the way she really took her show, the formation kind of show. I don't even want to say it's a formation show because I don't think it was reminiscent to the formation show, because it was a lot of new choreography. Pause, stop the press. The OT Genesis, everybody mad dance break. Something.
Mama killed it.
Clap.
She killed
I hope
it.
that clap don't mess up the recording.
No.
Baby,
she killed it.
When I tell you that heifer got up there and danced her entire ass off on that breakdown,
she killed it.
Yo,
I've watched it a few times trying to catch the choreography. I don't think that I will, but
I got about 50% of it. I'm gonna be all right by the weekend.
Yeah.
Listen, she danced her. I mean, like, I remember watching it, and I remember watching it again, and I remember looking at the dancers, and they were all so lit. Like, they were just so hype. Like,
it looks so good to be such fast choreography. It was so tight. Like, I watched it so many times. Like I said, I trying to catch the choreography, but that will never happen probably. But yeah, I watched it a few times. And let's just talk about the Beyonce effect, okay? Because see, this is what Beyonce does.
Mm-hmm.
OT Genasis has been blessed. I'm pretty sure his song is now streaming like very high. I went and looked at it on YouTube, and I saw several shady comments that said Beyonce led me here.
The only reason I listen to this song is because Beyonce.
This one girl's thing said, Beyonce led me here. I died. It's not a bad song, but honestly, I had heard it in passing, but I hadn't heard it. And then when the band was playing it as well, which made it even more lit.
Right.
Then I had to go into YouTube and do my due diligence.
The funny part was when I was like, oh, let me go listen to this song. So I pulled it up, didn't know. He sang Cut It.
He does. She had another moment. She did that on the tour.
She did that one too.
Yeah.
Yo, and he was so grateful. He put a whole post up like,
I saw that too.
Beyonce, thank you for dancing to my song. This is so dope. Really.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being like, I wonder how it feels to be her. Like, that people revere you on such a level, or that you have so much power and influence that you can just you can dance to a song or put a song on your Instagram and it gets hype.
Right.
Because Beyonce did it. It's insane.
I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine. And like I said, OT Genasis, half of us never even heard it, and now we know. So I know we've been talking about this for a minute, but I just also want to uplift, because see, if anybody else had done this, we would call them a culture vulture. We would say, hey, you're appropriating culture. You didn't go to an HBCU, and let's be honest, anybody else who would have attempted it probably wouldn't have done it justice.
Absolutely not.
But not only did she, lift up HBCU culture, Black American culture, but she put her money where her mouth is, and she announced the BeyGood initiative, and they started the Homecoming Scholars Award program, where she's giving $100,000 to 4 HBCUs.
Come on.
See? This is Beyonce.
That is Beyonce. It's just...
It's why we love her.
That's you. How can you not love this woman? How can you cannot give her props?
I don't understand. I don't understand.
She does it. She, like you said, she puts her money where her mouth is. And one thing I also love is that a lot of the stuff that she does, the charitable things, she's not doing. We don't even know half the stuff that she does.
Right.
We don't know that she's out here, helping, small villages and countries in Africa giving them water, her and Jay-Z. You know, like, just things that we don't know, being down in Haiti when they had the hurricane, and like, you know, it's just so many things.
Right.
You know, that it's bothersome when people have negative things to say. And I don't think she's perfect, but I just think that you should give honor where honor is due. Because what we tend to do as a society is we wait until people pass away to tell them and appreciate how great they are. When you got these people on earth now, give them their flowers while they're here.
That's true.
Don't dog her now. I mean, she's great. The woman is great.
That's true.
That's what it is.
She's a true giver.
She is.
And I just love that. And I mean, even taking the money aside, Beyonce didn't even have to put half of the individuals she did in that show. There's so many people who went to HBCUs, who she, you know, relied upon for all of this. I mean, the list, I keep seeing stuff on social media of the schools and the people who were represented, the Greeks that were represented, and then the few people who have been able to talk now, because I don't know how that whole thing is set up. But they've said nothing but like nice things about her and how much of a hard worker she is, and especially when it came to the stepping, like she just wanted to get it right. She didn't want to disrespect in any way, and she, you know, so I mean, Beyonce just snatching wigs daily.
Absolutely.
And I love it.
I mean, I look forward to, although I won't see the stream, I look forward to all the videos. Somebody better go live on Instagram while she performing Saturday.
You about to get somebody page shut down, so you know that, right?
I mean, that as long as I can get it. I mean, you can start a new page, friend. It's okay. That's easy. That's real easy. It don't even matter. But I need to see it. And I don't want to hear it on the radio. I want to see it.
Well, I think we'll get a few snippets of it. And what we really want to know is, did you change some outfits? I know you didn't keep this show the same. It's going to be some surprises in here, whether it's costume wise or if the dance breakdown this time is not OT Genasis, but it's somebody else. Like, we never know what she's going to do.
We don't know. She keeps us on our toes.
On them.
And I appreciate it.
Well, Doug, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. This was so fun.
Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. We have so much more HBCU content on the way, so make sure you subscribe to the podcast, rate the podcast, and visit us at thehbcupodcast.com. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the HBCU Podcast. Like us on Facebook. I love you for listening. Until next time.